and welcome back to the Psychology Wisdom YouTube channel. Everyone wants to fall in love at some point, and more importantly, they want someone to fall in love with them. The latter isn't always as easy as it sounds, but fortunately, there are things you can do about this. Once you learn a few simple techniques, you'll realize how easy it is to make a guy fall in love with you. The best part is, these are things that most women are naturally very good at. If you've ever wondered how to make him fall in love with you, rest assured that it is much easier than you think. From smiling to showing him how special you are, in this video, we show you the top 21 proven ways to make him fall in love with you. Make sure to watch number 1 because you don't want to miss any of them. And if you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and comment down below, "I subscribed," so we can welcome you. Let's start. Number 21. Make frequent eye contact. Making eye contact is a crucial component of flirtation, and it can also increase his feelings of attraction for you. Gaze into his eyes when he is talking to you, and don't be afraid to lock eyes with him, even if you are both silent. If you are too nervous to gaze into his eyes, or you don't think it is appropriate yet, use quick glances to make frequent eye contact with him. By looking at him for a moment and then looking away, you can show him that you are interested and see if he is interested too. Number 20. Share your opinion with him. Asking him for advice is a very good strategy to get him to fall for you. But this doesn't mean that you suddenly have to ask for help on everything. That's counterproductive. Men like women who occasionally dare to share their thoughts on things. There's a reason why a woman without an opinion is one of the biggest turn-offs for men. So if he asks you what you fancy, then don't say, "I don't know." Instead, just say what you feel like at that moment, even if it may sound silly and you think that he won't like it. In short, don't forget to express your opinion once in a while. Number 19. Let him know what type of man you like. An attractive man won't settle for a woman who doesn't know what she wants. This gives the impression that she's desperate and happy to be with the first guy she meets, and that's just far from attractive. In other words, let him know what kind of man you are magnetized by. Even though that description is a lot like him, it doesn't matter because by letting him know what you're looking for in a man, he'll think, "She knows precisely what she's looking for." This makes you look anything but desperate in his eyes. Number 18. Always be super nice to him. One of the most common complaints men have when they're in a relationship is that the woman they're with has a bad attitude or simply doesn't smile that often. Just like women, men want to be with someone who smiles, has a great attitude, is self-confident, and is fun to be around. So if you want a man to fall in love with you, you should start by smiling and having the right disposition every time you're around him. Number 17. Don't be overly accommodating. Men usually don't like women who are overbearing or over-anxious to develop a relationship. Men tend to keep their male friends even when they're in a relationship, whereas many women start to ignore their friends when they're dating someone. When you're trying to get him to fall in love with you, make sure he knows you're an independent woman and can live without him if you must, even if this isn't totally true. Number 16. Always look your best. Do you have to lose 20 pounds and dye your hair to make a man fall in love with you? Of course not, but you should always look your best. Make sure your hair and clothes are neat and clean and that you're wearing a nice outfit every time you see him. Both men and women consider their partner's physical appearance to be important, even if they've been in the relationship for a while. Always look your best when you're around that special man. Number 15. Always listen to him. Let's face it, people love talking about themselves, and if you want a man to love you, you have to listen to what he has to say. It not only shows him that you're genuinely interested in him, but it also gives you the opportunity to learn his likes and dislikes much better. The more you know about him, the easier it becomes to think of other ways to get him interested in you, and listening is the first step to take. Number 14. Come up with surprises. Men like to get surprised by their girlfriends and spouses. You can arrange a fantastic candlelight dinner, get dressed for him, and bring romantic gifts for him. Such little gestures of love and care will definitely make him fall in love with you all over again. Not only this, but you can also make him happy by sticking lovely messages for him at random places. Number 13. Laugh a lot when you're around him. Everyone wants a partner who has a sense of humor, so show him yours whenever you're around him. Everybody likes to be around people who make them laugh, but this is especially important when you want someone to fall in love with you. Not only should you laugh a lot yourself, but you should say and do things to make him laugh as well. Laughter is a great way to attract someone. Number 12. Make him realize how similar you are. If you want a man to fall in love with you, one thing to do is remind him of how similar the two of you are. If you know he loves music and you do too, make sure he realizes that this is something the two of you have in common. Similarities are important in any relationship, so bringing this up to him can go a long way. Don't feign interest in something just because you know he likes it, but find something both of you love and bring it to his attention. Number 11. Let him know what makes you special. Everybody is good at something, and if you have a special talent or area of expertise, let him know what it is. If you're a great cook, invite him over for dinner and show off those skills. If you're good at sports, ask him if he'd like to attend a game or work out with you in the gym. You can easily let him know about your special talent by telling him about it and showing him as well. You'll want to let him know what a good catch you are. Number 10. Be a little different than other women. We all have stereotypes about the opposite sex, so don't let him think you're just a typical female who doesn't care about anything except makeup and shoes. Show him that you have a mind of your own and you have a wide variety of interests. Don't be fake, of course, but think about that one thing that makes you different from other women and capitalize on it whenever you're around him. Number 9. Show him he can trust you. Honesty is a must if you want a real relationship with a man. He has to know he can trust you and that you're real. This is another reason why not being fake is so important. A man has to think of you as honest and trustworthy, or he's never going to be attracted to you. If you want a man to fall in love with you, you have to be 100% truthful with him starting at the very beginning of the relationship. Number 8. Do things for him that won't benefit you. Of course, we don't mean that you do things you don't want to do, but it's always good to do things to help others when you know you're not going to be getting anything in return. Even little things mean a lot when it comes to helping him in some way, even though you don't personally benefit from the action. Little gestures always go a long way when you're helping someone. If your goal is to make a man fall in love with you, you can bet he'll notice this. Number 7. Compliment him whenever you can. It's no secret that men love praise, and if you give a guy a lot of compliments and praise, he'll respond in a positive way. This is especially true if you compliment him on doing something that men are particularly good at, such as fixing an appliance or changing the oil in a car. Make sure you let him know how much you appreciate these types of talents and compliment him as often as you can. Number 6. Be mysterious. When you want to make him fall in love with you, on the one hand, it's important that he gets to know you well, but on the other hand, it's also essential that you stay mysterious. This will make him think, I don't know what it is I like about her, she's got something intriguing. Men love it when you're a bit unpredictable. As a result, he wants to know more about you because there's so much of you he doesn't know. So, don't tell him your whole life story on day one. Instead, take an interest in him. Tell some things about yourself and then continue talking about him again. This way, he'll want to know more and more about you, and this is often the moment when he falls in love with you. Number 5. Be patient. When you're trying to get a guy to fall in love with you, it may take some time. After all, even in the best of circumstances, it isn't going to happen overnight. It may take months or even years, but the key is to not run out of patience. If you do run out of patience, don't let him know it. Just be consistent and patient, and it is very likely to eventually happen. Number 4. Never try to change him. If there's one thing that men hate, it's when women expect them to change who they are. If the man you're interested in likes to spend $1,000 on baseball cards, don't ostracize him for it. This is obviously something he is deeply passionate about, so just let it be. If it drives you too crazy, he isn't likely to be the one for you anyway. Number 3. Make sure you have intelligent conversations with him. Sure, men like attractive women, but they also want a woman that can show them they are interested in a variety of topics. Try to talk to him about lots of different things and show off your intelligence a little bit. No one is only about his or her looks. Everyone has a bit of substance. Show your future partner that you can carry on an intelligent conversation with him anytime he likes. Number 2. Choose small ways to show him you're thinking about him. Little things mean a lot in a relationship. Send him texts occasionally to let him know you're thinking about him, or send him a surprise greeting card in the mail so he can have tangible proof that you're thinking of him. Leave a sweet note under his windshield wipers or put a post-it note on his work desk. There are numerous ways to let him know you're thinking about him, and they won't go to waste. Number 1. Let him invest his time and energy in you. This may sound a little tricky because when you're in love, you want to see him as much as possible. Understandable, but there's a little problem that will quickly give him the impression that you're easy, and that's something that guys, even if he likes you, find very unattractive. If you want a man to fall in love with you, you have to get him to make an effort for you. Ensure he puts his time and energy into you, then he will value you more. People will appreciate the reward a lot more when they have to work harder for it. Men are performance-driven, and it's important that you understand that. Final thoughts. In the end, what works in getting a man to fall in love with you are some of the same things that make any relationship work, including friendships. These include self-confidence, genuineness, honesty, a sense of humor, and showing him how special you are. You want him to think you're a great catch after all, and it is much easier to do this than you might think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Check out our other videos for more interesting psychology topics. Thanks for watching.